Hey guys, welcome. This is Miki Kilby here, and I'm really excited to share something new with you guys. The Lord's put it on my heart for quite a while now, and I've been ignoring it and not listening, and I'm ready to do it. So, anyways, we're gonna start a podcast, and we're gonna call it Miki's Place, and we're gonna talk about having a large family and living on a budget and cooking healthy meals, coffee, of course, because that's what we do. And look at that beautiful espresso machine. So I'm here at my other job, besides being a mom and now having a podcast and building an online business. I also work at a coffee shop called Common Grounds, and I'm a barista there, and I absolutely love it. So if y'all are local to Payson, Arizona, you need to come and see me. You need to come and visit us. Okay, so let me ask you guys a quick question. How many of you are struggling to keep it all together? Maybe raise your hand if you're driving, don't close your eyes or whatever, but just raise one hand. Um, you know, we're all struggling. You're struggling, to keep it, you're struggling with your family, you're struggling with your home, your job, your business, so we're going to talk about stuff like that. So, today, I wanted to give you a little insight into my life and some tips that I think will really help you guys, in the future. So, I'm a mom of 7. I've been married to the same man for almost 25 years now. I am a Lyme disease overcomer, meaning I was diagnosed with Lyme disease back in 2020, and I am overcoming that. So, we are fighting that. And we've had our shares of up and downs, highs and lows, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So let's talk about some things. Systems. Everybody should have systems put in place. And I don't know about you guys, but systems were a hard thing for me to get into. I really like kind of just doing whatever, having the freedom to just make decisions and run with it. But I'm learning that as the busier I get, the more children I've had, that I need to have some systems in place. I need to have that structure so that I can have the freedom later on. So some of the things that I've done to set up systems is I've made checklists for the kids. So from my 15-year-old on down to my 3-year-old, they have checklists, and I've put them on clipboards. They're on the wall. We laminated them. They can check them off. But this helps to keep the kids accountable. They can go through their checklist. It's broken down by morning and afternoon and evening, and that way they know what's expected of them throughout the day. And then we use timers to help everybody stay on track. And I usually only have to set a timer for like 5 minutes. And then most everything is done after that. One of the other things that I use for myself for planning is I use some apps, but I also use like a paper planner. And I really like the iBloom planner right now. And I can put a link for you guys for that down below if you want. And I also do a miracle morning routine. If you guys have never looked into that, you should. There is miracle morning for families. There's the miracle morning for network marketers. There's the miracle morning for realtors. So I have it on Audible, so you guys can get it that way. You can get a book, but I would highly recommend that you do that. But one of the things with that is that you start your day at the same time every single day, and you have a system and a routine that you've put in place. And that's going to look different for everybody. For me, I my time to get up is fluctuating right now, but I'm usually up by 5 o'clock. And then I have certain things that I drink 20 ounces of water. I have set my clothes out the night before so that I don't have to make that decision in the morning and wake up my husband, and I'm just ready to go. So I prep at the end of my day to be ready for the beginning of my next day. And that's been a huge thing for me. One of the other apps that I use to help me keep on track for cleaning is the Fly Lady app. She is fantastic, but you can get the app. You can get on her website, but I really like the app better. Um, it talks about having daily routines and weekly routines, and then monthly areas of your home that you work on. And so you just kind of rotate through. So you kind of do like spring cleaning all year long, so it's not so overwhelming. And then one of the other things is with the kids, I work really hard. I don't want to say we as a couple, my husband and I, we work really hard on being consistent with what we tell the kids. So if we say, hey, I need you to get off your iPad in 10 minutes or you're not going to get to use it tomorrow, and they don't listen to me, then I need to follow through with that. And that's very important. That actually helps to build trust between me and the children, or my husband and the children, because they know that what I say is what's going to happen. There's no guesswork with that. And I mean, I'm not perfect, so there are times when I don't follow through because I'm being lazy or, whatever my reason is at the time. But I really try to be consistent with what I say is what is going to happen. And then I do go behind the kids and I double check their chores and I verify that stuff is still getting done. Setting systems in place for the kids is one thing, but you have to go back and make sure, that are they really cleaning their room or did they shove everything under their bed like I used to when I was little? And all kids do that. They'll tuck it in the closet, they'll tuck it under the bed, they'll tuck it in their drawers, and sometimes we think, gosh, they're being so lazy, but they're not really being lazy. Maybe they are, but sometimes I think that they just think, we're putting it away. It's just not as organized as mom would like it to be. So I do go behind and I double check. I double check their chores. And then let's talk about marriage, you guys. So having a happy marriage takes work. Like I said, we've been married for almost 25 years now. And there was a point early in the marriage when we didn't like each other, that we were ready for divorce. We just were done. We had one baby. We weren't getting along. Everything was kind of unraveling. And so, we realized that we needed to put work into our marriage and spend time together and dedicate time every single day to talk. And for us, that's in the morning before the kids get up, and it's not a structured thing. It's, we sit down, we have coffee together. Sometimes it's only 10 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes or more, but we try to prioritize and guard that time, because if we have a good solid marriage, that makes the whole household run a lot better. One of the other things that we try to do is we look for little ways to do things for the other person. So, maybe well, he likes to come home and have the floors all swept. For him, that feels like the whole house is clean. For me, having my kitchen clean, my sink clean, and then I'm like, oh, the house, looks fantastic. So I try to make sure that the floors are picked up and cleaned up. Maybe they're not mopped, maybe it's not swept under the table or whatever, but at least it's presentable so that when he gets home, he feels like stuff's cleaned up. And we go on mini dates. We call them mini dates because they're usually kind of spur of the moment, and we'll just go grab a coffee together, or we'll make a run to the grocery store because we ran out of milk. And so we try to do that, and we also do that individually with the kids as well. Having 7 kids, it's a lot of time and investment into each one of them, and so we try to balance all of that. And so, I would say everything is a balancing act between work and kids and, chaos. It happens. So, those are my tips for you guys. I'm really excited about this podcast. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. I want to be able to connect with you guys here. I want you to feel like we're sitting down, we're having coffee, and we're just getting to chat. That is my hope and my goal for this podcast. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. If there's anything that any topics or any concerns that you guys want me to talk about, please let me know. Reach out to me. I'll go ahead and put my contact information if we're not friends on Facebook already. I'll put all that down there, and let's connect. Let's get together over podcast coffee or something like that. So, all right, you guys, I will see you next time. Be blessed, and just know that we are in this together, and I hope you guys have a great day.